top cards from Scarlet and Violet 151. I'm Chase. Welcome to Chase Packs. Let's get into it. Wind's going crazy out there. Anyway, Venusaur. This card to me is way up there in this list. These aren't in any particular order. I just love this card. The colors on this card are phenomenal. The artwork, beautiful. Something about the foliage in this card I really enjoy. The reds, the pinks, the blues in this. I mean, it's a gorgeous card. These cards that have a bunch of greenery in them and the little pop of color and like the foliage like set in the grass or like in the forest or anything like that, they really stand out to me. That's just obviously that's a personal thing. Love these cards. Love this whole evolution set. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, all these cards in this set in 151 with those three Pokemon are fantastic looking to me. I'm just drawn to the grass type illustration on a lot of these cards. Love this card. Market price $86. For as beautiful as this card is, I mean that's a little. I mean that's when you're coming up on $90, $100 for a card, it's obviously not cheap. But this card, if this card went to $100, I'd still buy this card. I love this card. Like most things, since January, things have been going up. Little dip here at the beginning of February, but we're right back up again. $87, got down to $80 at the beginning of February. This is a gorgeous card, though. I would gladly pay $100 for this card. Obviously, that's what the market right now, but realistically, this card shot up to $80 in October of last year. So, and it's kind of, it got down to 65 November, but the beginning of the year, 74, really never looked back from 74 going up to 87, 64 items sold between the 24th and the 2nd, 87.14. This is a fantastic card. I love this card, and I would definitely pick this card up at $86. Love it. Dragonair. To be honest, not a Pokemon that I've always loved, but I always thought it was a cool Pokemon. The cards, it was always, it's a majestic Pokemon. It's a mysterious Pokemon, and the artwork on this card kind of represents that. It's like it looks like a flooded like ballroom. Like it's gorgeous. Like you can see through the water. You can see Dragonair's body through the water. The blues. I mean, the blues on this card are amazing. This card is beautiful, and for $33 market price, come on, take my money. This card is amazing looking. I love this card. I cannot believe. I guess I shouldn't say I can't believe it. I mean, it's an illustration rare, but they're popping off now, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. $33 for this card just seems reasonable. I love this card. I mean, let's look. We'll just start climbing here. Right around, like all the cards, January, and it's going up and it's going up. Little dips here, but that happens. What we got here? Late February, $32, dipped down to 31, and then right back up to 33 as of the past couple days. This card's fantastic. I'm shocked that this card is $33, but this is definitely one I would, like I said, throw you $33 and take it, no problem. Love the card. Blastoise, another iconic Pokemon, one of the big three. Love that Blastoise. One of the first holos I ever pulled. I still have it today. It's a base set 2 holo Blastoise. Blastoise has got to be like my top 2 favorite Pokemon of all time. I gotta be honest though, the artwork in this card, meh. I mean, it's cool. This card's cool because Blastoise is cool. The artwork, I mean, it's cool. You can tell he's like submerged underwater. He's got the bubbles coming out. He looks mean. It is a really cool card, but as of artwork goes, not bad. But Blastoise makes this card. That's pretty obvious. The Pokemon itself, which I like because, I'm a little bit of a nostalgic guy. So, back when it was just the Pokemon and a shiny background, there wasn't all these crazy artworks, which I do love. I love the artworks, but this is kind of like a throwback, almost like a throwback card to me. You know, it's pretty much just Blastoise taking up the whole screen with some blue background. So I like that. I like that. $89 market price for a starter Pokemon and a special illustration rare, being under, well, pretty much $90, but being under $100. If this card gets to $100 before, you know, the middle of the year or in 2 months, wouldn't be shocked. Amazing looking card. Love this card. $86 at the end of January. It did drop down to $78 at the beginning of February. A little dip at the beginning of the months for a couple of these cards. Shoots back up to 86 real quick in a couple weeks, and then what we've got here, $89 the past 2 or 3 days, 16 items sold. So for me, this card, $89, $90, again, take my money, I'll throw it at you. I love this card. Beautiful card. What we got? Ivysaur. This is another, just like with the Venusaur. The colors, the greenery, the foliage, the reflection right there. These cards are so cool to me. I'm not even like a grass type fan, you know, with Pokemon cards, but for something about when they just throw some foliage and some greenery and have these Pokemon out in the wild, I'm drawn to these cards. I love this card. $34. I know it's an illustration rare, not a special illustration rare, but $34 for this card. Let me have it. I love it. Really good. This chart is all up and down. Crazy. I mean, I realize that it's not crazy fluctuations in price, but look at that chart. Spike. I mean, it went down, no, what is it here? 34, went down to 31. I guess it's not that much of a drop. Right back up to 35. And, you know, we're sitting at 34.53 market price right now. 24 items sold the last couple days. I really enjoy this card. I really like this card. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur in this set. Get all three if you can. It's beautiful. Alakazam EX Special Illustration Rare. Alakazam and Blastoise might be my 2 favorite Pokemon of all time. Again, I'm like a nostalgic guy. You know, like I had the base set unlimited packs when I was a kid. I never did get into the first editions, unfortunately, but anyway, this card, Alakazam being one of my favorite Pokemon, make this card awesome for me. Using the telekinesis to move the spoons. It looks like he's just like thrown into a storage room, and he's got, you know, there's clocks and books, and it's all messy, but you can tell he's just in there just doing whatever he's doing. Super cool card though. Super cool card. $58 for a special illustration rare. I don't know, I've always loved Alakazam. Is it that Alakazam's not that popular of a Pokemon? Like, I don't know. This card is so cool to me, and it being only $58, especially being an illustration rare, seems a little wild. Another card where I'm just going to throw you $58 and take the card and not even think about it. Awesome card. Let's see. I mean, at the beginning of January, this card was $43 at the beginning of January. I mean, it's steadily climbing. You know, 58, we're almost at $60 pretty much, which is perfectly reasonable for this card. I wouldn't complain about that price at all. This is an awesome looking Pokemon card. We've got Zapdos. Zapdos is also one of those cards, one of the first holos I pulled as a kid. Definitely the first legendary bird holo I pulled. Awesome card. This card's got all 3 of them on there. You know, all 3 of the legendary birds on there. Hard to even see the Articuno, but man, this is a cool card. What I like about this card is it's almost like, it's like old school. It's like retro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you look at some of these other cards and the artwork's so crazy, and it's got gold and the colors are all crazy. These are all like the traditional colors of the Pokemon. The artwork looks amazing, but it's almost like a little bit more cartoonish, which makes it feel like old school. So it's like it brings up a little bit of like nostalgia with the card. Love this card though. Super cool card to have all 3 legendary birds in it. And for being a special illustration rare, $69. Again, I know I keep saying it, but $69 for this card, I'm paying that. It looks like middle January it was 58. You know, a little bit ups and downs here like usual, but now we're up to 70. I don't think it'll get much lower than $65. I don't know if it'll dip back down to the $58 range. I know that's not that much of a fluctuation, but you know, and these are all my opinions, guys. I don't, you know, take it for what it is. $70 for this card though. I love it. I love that card. And I don't know if you can mention or bring up Scarlet and Violet 151 without talking about the obvious chase card in the set. Where is he? Charizard. I mean, awesome card. I like the art. I like the art. Do I love the art? No, kind of like the Blastoise card. I mean, I will say I like this art better than the Blastoise art. But I enjoy Charizard. I'm just not going to go out of my way to spend $292 market price on this card. Although I do, I really do enjoy this card. Don't get it twisted. Special illustration rare Charizard. I mean, $300 for, man, $300. You know, if I went to a card show and I saw this card and that, you know, I could trade something in and get this for, you know, 250, maybe 200, maybe, but 300 cash for this card. I like it, but you know, I'd rather throw my money at a combination of 3 or 4 of these other ones and go that direction, but that's just me. This card, not a whole lot of ups and downs from this card since December of last year. It's just steadily rising, steadily rising. What was the low point? 201 at the end of December, 2024, and then we're just quickly up to 290, 292 market price right now. So really cool card. I just don't know if I'd throw my money at that card. I mean, this Charizard compared to this Venusaur, art-wise for me, I like the colors. I like the way this pops better. Regardless of what you think of the Pokemon, I think the artwork on this card is phenomenal, and this is, you know, less than half the price. So, but anyway, that's going to do it for now, guys. I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next one.